When you were in a cult, did you all get offended by inbred jokes? Or if anyone wasn't inbred, did they act superior or were they embarrassed they were missing out?
Why would you act superior if you weren't inbred? The elite were inbred, okay? They would brag about being Kingston on both sides.
I don't know if they called themselves it or other people called themselves it, but they referred to themselves eventually as the Blue Bloods.
Mm-hmm. And blue blood meaning like pure blood, direct descendants of Christ.
Right.
It's kind of like too, like, so the ones that weren't Kingstons, it was like on Harry Potter, what's it called? Mudblood? What is it?
Mudbloods, yeah.
Mudbloods, yeah. And those ones, if they're men that weren't Kingston enough, they wouldn't get married.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you would be hoping that you were Kingston and inbred.
Right. So most girls, or at least their dads, wanted them to marry up, so marry more Kingston. But we did not want to do that. So,
which was very uncommon for some reason for people to not want to. But here's the thing: I think that it was actually common. A lot of people didn't want to do it, but they wanted to do what Heavenly Father wanted and have direction on the right person. Which you would see a pattern of all these Kingston girls were marrying even more Kingston men. You wouldn't see them marry less Kingston.
Right.
That was the trend.
Yeah, and we fought so hard to marry who we wanted to marry, and it didn't work out because they wanted us to marry a Kingston so bad. Also, I think the Kingstons did make fun of the other kids that were not Kingston because they said, did they act superior or were they embarrassed they were missing out? Yeah, because they would get made fun of for being like from a different family.
Well, and there's this thing that happened in Ensign Learning Center where it's so weird. When kids would get in fights, okay, if Paul's kids, the leader's kids, were in those fights, those ones got off, and the ones that were not Kingston would get blamed for it. So the prejudice happened all over the religion.
Yes. So Hiram Kingston, Paul's brother, his two sons at one point beat up me and my cousin on the playground because do you remember that tree on the playground that we weren't supposed to play by because the dirt would get everywhere, right? So we were over there and they were like, oh, go away. We're like, we're over here. And they beat us up and we got in trouble because their dad was Hiram.
And he was also the principal of the school and the leader's brother.
So me and my cousin got in trouble and we're girls. They beat us up. Yeah, and it was two boys and they were older.
Incest is best, to answer your question. Incest is best.
Obviously, now that I'm out of a cult, for a really long time, I didn't tell people my family tree at all. Like, I definitely told them I was from a polygamous cult if I got close to them. But I think the first time I ever actually shared my family tree was the other day.
Wow.
Like, even you didn't know that my grandma
was siblings.
Yeah.
Because does it embarrass you?
I feel like it's kind of embarrassing.
But it's something that you didn't have control over. It's
right.
Not something you did.
Right. But I mean, now I'm not embarrassed because, yeah, I didn't do it, but
it is
you know. I forgot to follow our YouTube and Instagram. It's linked up there of both of our channels, pages, whatever. Okay, bye.